Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with episode 7, Gremlins, Secrets of the Mogwai. Last we finally got Sandra Oh as Nuwa, who is the goddess of creation. She has a brother named Fushi. I feel like it's Fushi. I don't know why I keep second guessing myself. If I'm wrong, I apologize. We also got the brain gremlin, who is called Noggin, Mr. George Takei voicing. I forgot he was part of it. In the very first episode, I scanned the cast. I remember seeing George Takei's name, but none of them were matched up with who they were playing, which I enjoy when people do that. When they put on IMDb who's going to be in it, but they don't tell you who, it kind of keeps you guessing. And I like it because it doesn't really spoil anything. If they put Noggin, I probably wouldn't have guessed it. But if I thought enough about it, Noggin is your head. Brain is in your head. Brain gremlin from Gremlins 2, the new batch. I probably would have figured it out eventually, so I'm happy they didn't. Nuwa, I don't know if that is actually the goddess of creation, but I'm not familiar with the name. We end up finding out that her and her brother made a deal. She was like, I think we could trust the goodness in human beings. He said no. So they made a deal. We're going to make a Mogwai. He wrote the rules. He said, these are the rules. If they don't follow the rules, you lose and you can no longer create things. And I'm assuming he took over. She, as her last movement or last creation, made the Isle of Jade. And then she went to the bar in the Ghostlands and became a giant drunk. I love her character right now. But she wasn't paying attention. She was drunk. I didn't think of it till it happened, but it reminded me of the Phoebe Cates thing where she was bartending in Gremlins 1. As soon as she started going like, I'm like, oh my god, a gremlin is bartending. He was holding up the dude that had no head, and they fed her poison. How did they find the poison? They even set it up because Noggin was drinking all sorts of stuff. That's how he was able to become Noggin. He said he could speak all languages, and then they found the poison. We saw one of them drop dead. We used the poison against her. The only thing I was saying was, how is the goddess of creation not immune to poison? She created everything. I feel like you would therefore be immune. I mean, I guess I shouldn't assume such things, because why would you? I mean, she said she wasn't allowed to create anymore, but we saw her snap her fingers and make a portal to the Isle of Jade. So I feel like, wouldn't she be able to just be like, you know what, I'm going to break the rules? I'm guessing she was just taken, or like her magical abilities were taken from her. But if she could snap her finger and make a portal, I feel like she still has magic abilities. If she's the goddess of creation, why doesn't she just go boop, antidote, gulp, gulp, gulp? Either way, I'm assuming that isn't the case. Otherwise, she would have done it. So Riley Green is outside. He's got all the gremlins ready to pounce. And he's like, here's your options. I have the antidote, and I'll give you safe passage out of here, but you got to give me the Mogwai. And that's pretty much all he said. He didn't really say anything beyond that. He's like, give me the Mogwai, you get safe passage and the antidote. The thing that I think is insane beyond all of that, as if there's sense to be made of anything, is all these people in the Ghostlands just letting the gremlins do what they're doing. I understand the gremlins are savage little critters, but there are some diesel gigantic ghost-like beings here, and I feel like we just got handled very easily. So either way, Riley's outside. We saw a tear drop from the statue of Nuwa outside. And we still got that cat that looks like a tabaxi, who kind of looked like she was helping us, but I don't trust her. She was like, yeah, I'm sorry, it looks devious, but I go like, blah, 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 and I like just spit everywhere. You want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full unedited as soon as I watch them, which is the day they drop, Thursday morning. I usually do them about the 9 o'clock to the noon time. This day I got done a little later because of work. These in full. Barry, Always Sunny in Philadelphia, season 16 is almost done already. Well, no, it's about halfway through. This is done next week. Barry just finished Ted Lasso, hundreds of others. Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Adventure Time, Legend of Korra. Check the link in the description for Patreon. If not, season 1, episode 7, Gremlins, Secrets of the Mogwai. I like that we immediately start right where we left off.
My Mogwai dies, it's because of your selfishness.
Love it.
Green and the bad Mogwai are here.
Yeah. Thanks for the warning, Radish.
Thanks, Radish. Evil Mogwai. Oh, I thought that was a potion thing.
I prefer fights I know I can win.
This ring really compliments
Noggin.
my skin. You say she protects against all magic?
It probably protects against the sunlight wand. I think Noggin figured out a way to beat Riley.
Another child?
He is such
You
a
unlocked
wacky
Mogwai.
character. I
I know.
love it.
Not
Oh
another
my
dumb
God.
school word from you, human scamp.
Is Radish gonna be okay?
What? He volunteered.
There's a furry Mogwai in the market, and Nua's too weak to protect it.
I
Have
said
more
she was up to no
talent.
good. All right, now we're good.
Nowhere is safe. Gizmos in more
'Cause you
danger
get
than
immortal.
tiny human brains can imagine.
Get me to the Bagua room on the other side of the market across the bridge.
How many were there? I'm pretty sure I saw 7. Oh, we got the explosive balls that Grandpa had. And that was a little more crazy than I remember.
Not a fox spirit inside.
I might have said this before, but the big one reminds me of a smaller version, Smelly Fish.
Introducing my favorite monsters to each other.
We are rocketing down this hill.
Think this was a good idea?
Oh no, we just used it as a break. We've been bamboozled. Oh Jesus. Incinerated that fox beard. Okay, we're eyeballs.
Ooh, eyes.
No blood. But he just murdered that thing till its eyes came out. She said somebody's in there that could send Gizmo.
You're not even sure you can get it.
Are there any perks of being a goddess?
Gizmo, get out of the cart. What's pulling him? Oh my God, the cart is a... Colors are great. He's gonna vomit. It's gonna vomit. All right.
You pushed a river spirit into the river.
Elle is going to sacrifice herself. I have a feeling whoever's in this temple might bring her back to life or something.
And a dead human girl?
Almost dead.
Don't get blood on the floors.
It's the guy from SNL.
She is dying.
Thank you for yelling information.
Sam is yelling at one of the most powerful...
What did you just put in there?
Sam, let the dude do his work. You think you know more than a mystical guy that lives in a temple in Ghost Town?
Is Gizmo okay?
Are they allowed to pass this?
You're all going through the portal.
The Mogwai is approved, but you'll need portal visas. Lose them, I show up and detain you.
We literally got passports to the Isle of Jade. How about we unpoison you first? If we could bring a girl back to life, why aren't we unpoisoning her, Administrator? Unpoison? No? We're not gonna do that? Okay, we're just gonna empower a weapon? She's gonna die. Nua's gonna die. Look at the giant dead river spirit. Noggin had the ring that defies magic. Are we just gonna blow him away? That's it? God. I would assume Goddess of Creation is more powerful than Riley Green. This dude has lit this room up. Oh my God, it's like that ride at the fair. It's like a code. Riley Green and them get inside and they go, all right, get us there too or we'll kill you. I just can't believe Riley Green is powerful enough to go against goddesses. Yeah, all right. Oh, he could go where magic can't with the ring.
What impervious to magic?
Then use it. What are you waiting for?
Now he's gonna distract her. Just enough. See, I thought he was gonna use it against Riley Green. Take her down.
Where is my Mogwai? Learn from years of treasure hunting and to be absolutely blunt.
Oh my God, he can even do it to a...
Man knows how to steal the show.
What?
Knowledge of a god. I'm glad I ate light today.
Now he consumes all her knowledge. All right, guys, that is it for episode 7. We're going to jump right into episode 8 after I do my little talk here. But what is going on? Here is my problem. And I haven't had a problem with the show yet because I'm like, all right, I'm going to extend my disbelief of mysticism and everything else going on in the show. And so far, I have nothing to really argue or complain about. I still might not, depending on where Riley Green came from. But the fact that Riley Green has these kind of abilities and could actually almost go toe-to-toe with a goddess. Now, mind you, Nuwa is very much banged up and injured, but I can't believe even banged up and injured with a weapon that has just been empowered with a celestial administrator's abilities, that he is even able to go like what he did. Granted, Noggin having the ring greatly helped his goal here. Like, without Noggin, he would have been up Schitt's Creek. But why didn't the administrator save Nuwa, or at least cure her of poison? If he is able to bring a human child back to life using some abilities and ingredients in his shop, how is he not able to cure the poison in Nuwa? She would have been much better off being fully rejuvenated and having an empowered weapon. Instead, she goes out there, barely able to stand, poison coursing through her veins, and Riley was basically able to go toe-to-toe with her. She was pushing back with her bubble, and he was kind of pushing back. I mean, she was winning that battle. But then Noggin got through. I knew in the beginning when Noggin was like, ooh, so this ring, magic has no effect with it. I have to assume at some point he is going to use it against Riley. Riley honestly would be dumb to let him keep that. The first thing I do if I was Riley is be like, give me that ring. Because the next thing he's going to do is take down Riley with it. Because Riley's like, yo, if you help me get the Mogwai and you do all this stuff, I'll let you guys do whatever the hell you want. I don't trust him. I don't think he's gonna. And even if he did, why take the chance? I would have that ring immediately in my possession. Although, had he taken the ring, it might have not worked the way it did and he would have failed. But if he had the ring, he wouldn't have had to worry about failing because he would have been able to do what Noggin did. So either way, he should take that freaking ring. I'd be shocked if he didn't, but he might not, simply because he just inhaled a freaking goddess. How does pearl magic work on a goddess? How is he able to do what he's doing? But like I said, I don't want to rag on it too much because there has been times where I'm like, this makes no sense. And then they're like, well, Riley Green learned from a god. Maybe he's learned from Fushi, who is her brother. Maybe it's something crazy like that, because I said this in the last episode. Her brother Fushi, I feel like, might have manipulated the game. Maybe he made the humans do what they did. Maybe he gave them selfishness and awareness of, or not awareness, but maybe he affected it all. And I don't trust Fushi, so maybe somehow he taught Riley Green, or I don't know. But Riley Green, for him to have the abilities he has, it's one thing to go up against Sam's grandfather and win. Because mind you, in the beginning, Sam's grandfather was going toe-to-toe with him too. And then Riley Green was like, enough's enough, blip. And he took down his grandfather and then inhaled him. I don't want to say inhaled him, but he ate him. Turned him into a pearl and ate him. We already learned from that incident that he gains all the knowledge of the person he consumes. So now you just saw a gigantic freaking, I don't know what you'd call it, an explosion of power and ability. His eyes went green. He just consumed the goddess. So now he has all the knowledge of the goddess, which is thousands of years, if not more. He said she spent 1,000 years just in the bar drinking. So this lady has a lot of knowledge and is a goddess. And now, on top of everything, most importantly to him is he has the directions or the ability to find the Valley of Jade. I am aware that during the beginning and the episode, I kept calling it the Isle of Jade. I feel like that's from something else. There's definitely something called the Isle of Jade, but it's the Valley of Jade. My bad, my mistake. I was aware. I just was thinking of something else, I guess. I'm going to look it up before I jump into the next one, and I'll clarify that. The episode was called Never Squeeze a Fox, and we had all the spirits of the fox spirits running after us with axes. They got slaughtered pretty easily, it looked like, by the gremlins, and Riley Green was just zapping them and incinerating them down to their eyes. Violence to an extreme, I guess, for PG-13. Elle almost died. We got the river spirit, which was awesome. Awesome colors and powers and everything else. And then we met the administrator, who is Bowen Yang from SNL. I'm jumping into the next one. You guys want to see more of what I do? In the description of every video is a link for Patreon. You'll see these in full unedited, as far ahead as humanly possible. There's one more we're doing right after this, and then 2 next week, and the season 1 is done. I'm assuming we're going to have more. I hope it's doing good. I hope they renew it, because I honestly adore it. In the description is a link for Patreon. You'll see those. Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. We're doing Always Sunny on Philadelphia on Thursdays. 2 episodes a week, I thought, but now it's 1. My apologies. Barry and Ted Lasso just ended. Adventure Time, Legend of Korra, Death Note. Check the link in the description. If not, comments down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.